Alrighty, folks, we're 5-0 in our last 5 daily best plays on my premium page. If you're not signed up to that, you're absolutely nuts. You're nuts. It's just 6 cents a day for 30 days worth of access. I don't know what you're waiting for. I really don't. You're nuts for not being signed up to that. And listen, if you were signed up for it before, but you're not now, you're also nuts. I'm not sure what you're thinking. Not a great decision on your part. Man, we are red hot in that package right now. We had the Phillies run line yesterday, and listen, that's a no-brainer. It's very cut and dry. Best team in the NL East against the worst team in all of baseball. So sometimes you don't have to look too far into it. That's cut and dry. Very easy cash for us. And listen, the good news is I've got another daily best play going off here for Thursday. Listen, I don't want to come off as sounding frustrated with you. Like I said, I just think you're nuts for not, it's 6 cents a day. That's all it is. Cashing in on a ton of winners. But listen, the good news is I've got another daily best play going off here for Thursday. That play's already posted and ready for access in the post section. Of course, I got to give a big shout out to all of my Gold Club members out there. I'll explain in just a moment why I'm giving you folks a shout out. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my free pick video here today for Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Happy Thursday to you. Weekend's right around the corner. We're just about there. Memorial Day weekend. So for a lot of you, this is the last day of the work week. The weekend starts on Friday. So congratulations, you made it. A lot of folks going down to the beach, going down to the shore. And most of you who are watching me, you're just going to gamble anyway. So nothing's going to happen different. We're just going to gamble on our phones. But anyway, happy Memorial Day weekend to you coming up. If you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. And once again, Gold Club members, here's your shout out. You guys cashed in on a handful of plays yesterday on my premium page. So congratulations, you did a great job. We had the Tigers, Mariners, once again, Phillies money line. And we also hit on a 2-team parlay. It was a winning day for us on the premium page. And listen, the only way you could have accessed all those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club membership. Gold Club members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. Now listen, I also have plenty of free content on my premium page as well, including my current overall win-loss record. You can access that right now by going to the post section. All you got to do is scroll down. You don't have to pay for anything to access my current overall win-loss record. Listen, if you're not going to sign up for the Gold Club membership, that's completely understandable. I get that. That's a commitment. It ain't cheap, right? There's a lot of value with that package. It's not inexpensive, but there's no excuse for not being signed up to the daily best play, which is just 6 cents a day. You're missing out. You're letting money walk out the door for just 6 cents a day, But anyway, folks, we currently have over 2,455 members who are signed up and active on my premium page right now. So I guess I really shouldn't be too frustrated. That's a lot of people who are signed up to the page. But, if you're not signed up, I want to see you on board there, man. I don't know what you're missing out. So anyway, forget about you. We got 2,455 people who made the right decision. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Rangers at the Yankees, 12:35 Eastern first pitch. Now the Yankees are minus $1.55, total 7.5. Carlos Rodon for New York, Nathan Eovaldi for Texas. And even though Eovaldi's been unhittable this year, there's a good chance he'll get little to no run support because, the Rangers are a bottom 5 run producing team. And they're going to face a 5-3 Carlos Rodon, 72 strikeouts on the year, sub-1 whip. Of course, as a staff, these Yankee pitchers give up fewer hits a game than any other team. Now, 4 out of the Yankees' last 5 at home stayed under the total. Ranger games went 8-2 to the under in their last 10. I like the Yankees minus 155, under 7.5. Next game, Padres, Blue Jays, 107 Eastern first pitch. Toronto's minus $1.20, totals 9. Bowden Francis for the Jays, Stephen Kolek for San Diego. Now, Kolek's recorded only 1 loss this year, and the Pods have done a real nice job of run support away from home despite their recent skid. They're in the top 5 in hits per game away from home. They're actually striking out fewer times a game than any other lineup. Manny Machado hits .314. Fernando Tatis, he's the club leader in homers and runs batted in. And they're going to face a 2-6 Bowden Francis, who's got an ERA of 5.63. Toronto certainly had their issues pitching at home. The Jays are currently in the bottom 10 in runs allowed on their own diamond. Now, total-wise, Toronto games went 60% to the over in their last 10. 3 out of the Padres' last 4 on the road got over the total themselves. I like the Padres plus $1, over 9. Phillies, Rockies, 3:10 Eastern start. Philadelphia's the $3.05 favorite. Totals 11. Ranger Suarez for Philadelphia. German Marquez for Colorado. Marquez is just 1-6 with an ERA of 8.78. And these Rockies pitchers are allowing a dozen hits a game at Coors Field. They actually give up more runs per contest than any other staff in the majors. And unfortunately for them, they're facing a top 5 hit-producing lineup in the Phils. Trey Turner's hitting .308. Kyle Schwarber's tied for the league lead in home runs. Now, total-wise, 3 out of the Rockies' last 4 in Denver did get over the number. I like Philadelphia minus 1.5, over 11. Next contest, Angels Athletics, 335 East. The A's are minus $1.60, totals 10. Luis Severino for the A's, Tyler Anderson for the Angels. And through 50-plus innings of work, lefty Tyler Anderson's recorded just 1 loss during that stretch. Of course, at the plate, these Angel hitters have been blasting the A's in recent gatherings. The A's averaging nearly 6 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with the Athletics. So if you're into historical trends, you certainly want to think about that one there. Taylor Ward has 13 homers, club leader in RBI. Logan O'Hoppy's got 28 ribbies, on base percentage in the 300s. And the Angels are going to take on a 1-4 Luis Severino, ERA of 4.22. And as a staff, these A's pitchers are allowing double-digit hits a game at home. Now, total-wise, both squads saw overs in 7 out of their last 10, respectively. Plenty of overs between both of these teams. I like the Angels plus 1.5, over 10. Next matchup, little AL Central game. Guardians Tigers, 6:40 Eastern start. Detroit's $1.35, totals 8. Jack Flaherty for the Tigers, Tanner Bybee for Cleveland. Bybee's just 3-4 with an ERA in the 4s. And these Cleveland pitchers have definitely struggled on the road. They're in the bottom 5 in runs allowed in their travels. And unfortunately for them, they're facing a Detroit squad who's in the top 5 in runs per game. Spencer Torkelson's got 12 homers, 39 RBI. Riley Green with 12 homers himself, 34 ribbies on the season. Of course, as a team, the Tigers are currently 17-5 at Comerica Park. Detroit's last 4 home games got over the total, 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. I like the Tigers minus 135, over 8. Brewers Pirates 6:40 Eastern start. Milwaukee's a $1.20, totals 9. Carlos Rodriguez making his debut for the Brewers. Mike Burrows also debuting for Pittsburgh. And even though Burrows looked solid at AAA Indy this year, he did walk double-digit batters on the farm. Handful of homers given up as well. But even if Burrows ends up throwing well, he is backed by the lowest run-producing lineup in Major League Baseball. Pretty good chance he's going to get little to no run support here today. And they're going to face Milwaukee's Carlos Rodriguez, who threw very well at AAA Nashville. 1.99 ERA through 9 appearances, 49 strikeouts, 1.16 WHIP. Of course, as a team, the Brewers did get the W in 3 out of their last 4 games. They've done a nice job pitching against Pittsburgh in recent meetings. The Brewers have held the Pirates to just 3.7 runs a game in their last 10 head-to-head gatherings. Now, 7 out of Milwaukee's last 10 games did stay under the total. Pirate contests went 9-1 to the under in their last 10 themselves. I like the Brewers plus $1 under 9. Next game, Braves Nats 6:45 East. Atlanta's minus 155, totals 8.5. AJ Smith-Shawver for the Braves, Trevor Williams for Washington. Now, Williams is just 2-5 with an ERA close to 6. And as a staff, the Nats are in the bottom 5 in runs allowed per game. And they're facing an Atlanta squad who got the W in 6 out of their last 10 themselves. They also have a .600 win percentage in their divisional contests. Marcell Ozuna has gotten on-base percentage in the 400s. Ozuna's been walked 40 times already. I believe he's on pace for like 120 walks this year, maybe 130. I don't know, man. That is a lot of walks. Of course, Matt Olson's got double-digit homers, 26 RBI. I like the Braves, minus 155, over 8.5. Orioles, Red Sox, 6:45 East. Boston's a $1.25, totals 8.5. Lucas Giolito for the Bo Sox, Cade Povich for Baltimore. Now, Povich is just 1-3 with an ERA of 5.23. And these Baltimore pitchers have been ass for most of the season. They're allowing more hits per 9 than any other stat besides one. That's right, ass. And they're taking on a top 10 run-producing lineup in Boston. Alex Bregman's got double-digit homers, OPS of 935. Rafi Devers leads the roster in runs batted in, OPS of 930. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Baltimore's last 4 on the road did get over the total, 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. I like the Red Sox, minus $1.25, over 8.5. With that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Mariners Astros, 8:10 Eastern start. Seattle's minus $1.35, totals 8.5. George Kirby for the M's, Lance McCullers for Houston. And McCullers is still in search of his first win through, a couple of outings this year. Houston's definitely having a tough time rounding the base paths. The Astros are currently a bottom 10 run-scoring lineup. And out of their last 10 gatherings with the Mariners, well, the Astros have been held to just 3.2 runs per contest. They're facing a Seattle team who's winning over 72% of their divisional games this year. And out of Seattle's last 8 contests, they got the W in all of those games besides 2. Their pitchers allowed just 14 total runs during that stretch. Now, both teams saw unders in 7 out of their last 10, respectively. I like the Mariners minus 135, under 8.5. With that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Yankees minus 155, under 7.5. Padres plus $1, over 9. We're 5-0 in our last 5 daily best plays on my premium page. Phillies minus 1.5 over 11. Angels plus 1.5 over 10. Tigers minus 135 over 8. Brewers plus $1 under 9. Atlanta Braves minus 155 over 8.5. Red Sox minus $1.25 over 8.5 runs. And give me the Mariners minus 135 under 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Well, that's it, folks. Happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.